guys, I'm JoAnn with expressionsvinyl.com, and we have used this shirt, this cute little mermaid shirt, in a lot of our videos about layering heat transfer vinyl and had a lot of questions on how to make it, so I'm here to show you how to make that today. It's a fun shirt. In this, we use a lot of different types of heat transfer vinyl. We've got the holographic, we have stripflock, which is fun, the electric, the easyweed electric, and just regular, the easyweed, Caesar easyweed, and then glitter on the back. We also have the Caesar easyweed, the stretch. So we've got a lot of different ones to use today. So I'm going to show you a couple quick tips about how to layer some of this and what will layer and what won't layer as I make this shirt. So I've got my heat press set. I'm only setting it to 280. I know some of these require a lot higher heat, but where I've got so many different layers, I'm keeping it that low and just hitting it just a few times. So by the end, it'll get enough heat and it'll work through. So on the t-shirt, a great way to get your placement where we've got the shells that need to be placed in the center, just take your t-shirt, fold it in half, and stick it in the heat press for just a couple seconds. And that will give you a nice crease to work with down the center. So the first layer, move this over here. The first layer, I'm gonna do the shells and see where the line is there, and I've got the shells pretty close to that. And as you can see, I could probably get the holographic in there as well, so it's only one layer. I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna cut this top off. I don't need all of that cover sheet on there. Take that one off, and then put the mermaid, which looks like I'll need to come down just a tiny bit. Center the mermaid how you want it. And then the entraining underneath. I want to leave a little bit of room for the bow. So those are all lined up, ready to go. Where this shirt has a lot of seams, I'm going to use the pillow just underneath it to help kind of compensate for those seams. Put your shirt on the heat press and we're ready to go. And it's just, again, it's just 280 degrees. I'm only going to do it for about 5 seconds. Okay. I've got this, and the holographic is a cold peel, so you're going to want to wait on that. But you're good to peel the shells. And then we can go ahead and get the next layer set up. And this layer is stripflock. Just gives it a fun, fuzzy feel. And that should line up right there on top of the shells. Okay, those are about cool. I'm going to take that off. And the holographic works great as a top layer, but you don't want to layer on top of it. So it should be your top layer if you're using it. The stripflock can be the bottom layer or the top layer. And then easyweed is very versatile, can be the bottom, can be the top. It's a great one to layer on though. If you want to layer something on to something, the easyweed is great for that. Okay, so once that cools, you can peel it off. And mine didn't quite stick. If that happens to you, where I was only using 280 degrees in just a few seconds, I'm gonna go ahead and do it again. I'm gonna turn the heat press up a little bit and then just leave it in there a little bit longer. Stripflock does require a little bit higher temperature, so I'm going to try that one again. Stick it in there, get my cover sheet on it. I'm going to leave it 8 seconds this time. So it should work with the 8 seconds and a little bit higher temperature. Okay, so again, this one's a cold peel, so you'll have to wait for it to cool down a little bit. You can rub it on a cool surface if you've got a cool surface to rub it on. And then once that's cool, you can peel it off at that point. I love the strip flock. It gives just a fun, fuzzy feel to it. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and put the tail on the back. So the first one, we've got 3 different layers. So I'm going to use the base layer first, which is the easyweed, and just line the tail up where you want it. Mine was just lined right up on the seam, down at the bottom seam. Place it on there. And then this one just needs 2 or 3 seconds under the heat press with easyweed, just enough to adhere it until we get the rest of them. I'm just going to go about 3 seconds and we should be okay to do the next layer. Yeah. So the next one is the stretch, this fun color. Just line that right up on top. There we go. Go ahead and place that one in. And again, this one just takes 2 or 3 seconds since we have one more layer on top of it. Okay. So now that that layer's done, yeah, there we go. Now line up the last one, the glitter. Just line those little scales up at the bottom. I did the knockout or the slice feature on this because I didn't want to have 3 layers of everything. It's only got 2 layers. You see on the stretch where I had that cut out and then the scales down here. I just wanted 3 layers instead of, 2 layers instead of all 3 of them. So once you get that one lined up, that one under the heat press, and this one will keep on for the full amount of time. I'm going to keep it for about 8 seconds. And this whole time the other side's been getting heat as well, so it's getting the additional heat that's needed on the other side to really adhere it. So here we go. Here's the last layer of the tail. So, and then if you want to add the bow, I added the bow on the other one. We can add a bow, and that's just easy to place anywhere. This is the electric, the easyweed electric, and it can layer on top of the strip flock. A lot of things can layer on top of strip flock. So just place the bow where you want it. I'm just going to move it down a tiny bit. So it's still overlapping the strip flock, but right there in the center. That last little layer. And cover it since we don't have a cover sheet on the rest of them. And I'm doing this one for the 8 seconds to get the full heat that might be needed on this one. And here we go. So on this one we've used the holographic, strip flock, stretch, the easyweed electric, and just easyweed, all the Caesar easyweed. You can see what a fun project it is and all the different layers. It's easy to do, and certain things you can layer on top of each other. Makes it really fun for this cute little mermaid shirt. So if you like this, go ahead and subscribe to our channel, share with your friends, and we'll make more. Have a good day, guys.